Hello. First off, let me thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice, what you do for our country. Appreciate you. Couldn't thank you enough. But I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online revenue, your traffic, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website in the area, see if those tips and tricks could outrank them, get you on the first page of Google, which will increase your online traffic and leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, you could use on your own for your website. I'll show you those steps for your business. So first, content. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition, number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So as far as the layout, awesome website. I mean, you got your accolades here, got all your services. You're very personable. Like you're very approachable. Got your mission guarantee. But there's just some things you could add to your content just to increase your visibility with Google, which I'll explain that now. So speaking of Google, if I was living in the Oceanside, California area, I might type in HVAC, Oceanside, California. Here's what typically comes up. Ads come up here, and I see you invested in ads right here, and that's good. There's some other things you can do with your ads to optimize it to get up here more visible as well. But that's a good investment there. Sometimes consumers click on ads, and sometimes they keep going to this map pack here. That's citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. We feel this is the most important with searchability on Google. And the goal is to be on the first page organically for any kind of service you provide and area you provide for. Usually we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because of local consumer. If they're looking for a service, they're going to go to a local business, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So your top competitor in the area is this AirMaxx right here. So I'll compare your website to his and see if those tips and tricks could outrank him and get you on the first page of Google. As you scroll down, you see, I don't think your page is on the first page, just concerning HVAC in Oceanside, California. And you might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body. It's on page 2 or 3 of Google. Just people really don't go here for services. So the goal is to be on that first page, right in front of face of consumers. So to compare websites, we use a tool called Ahrefs. That's how we do a deep dive in websites. And here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So right now you're using 593 keywords, which are some good keywords. So definitely keep the keywords that you have. Now you want to have high volume, more bang for your buck. But think about all the buyer intent keywords. Think about everything that you do for plumbing services, heating and air. If you get into water heaters, and there you are right there. And also you could tag it with any kind of service area you provide, Oceanside, in the San Diego, La Mesa, however far you go. You get very creative in increasing your keywords. So you want to increase your keywords to stay up with your competition and outrank them. So here is AirMaxx's website right here. They do a good job. They got some content on there. That's why they're ranking number 1, but they're still beatable, outrankable. So here's their URL right here, and here's their numbers. So you're using more keywords than them. But the thing about keywords, you do a deep dive in that, they might be using less keywords, but maybe more volume. That's why they get some traction. Great thing about keywords, you could use these, anything that applies to you, you could take these keywords and put them on your website, and that increases your traffic. For instance, if you don't have air conditioning in San Diego, not on your website, you could put that on there, embed that in there, and there you go. You're getting closer to volume with them. So again, think about buyer intent keywords, and then increase your keywords with all the service areas you provide for. Secondly is backlinks. So a backlink is where one website is linking to your website. So these act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. The person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other HVAC services, plumbing services, websites linking back to you. It doesn't help you if websites outside your industry are linking to you. It doesn't give you that trustability with Google. So right now you're using here's your URL. You're using 564 backlinks with 99 reference domains. Good start there, good strong point. But just compare that to a local competitor. So this is why they're ranking high on Google. So they have over 2,000 backlinks with 803 reference domains. So the goal is to get to close to these numbers. And the great thing about backlinks, again, kind of like keywords, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could take backlinks that are strong with them, you could add them to your website, and then also add on top of that to start dominating your competition. So that's how you outrank your competition in certain areas. Then finally, there's citations. So citations is where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google Business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. And since you have an oceanside address, you definitely want to be in this top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here, but definitely be in the top 3. And much like pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in the front of face consumers in this map pack as well. And to do that, you increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, and there's many more you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts work great too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the more Google recognizes you, the more Google trusts you. And the more Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So with your website, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at and why that's so worth it. To be in the eyes of consumers here and on top of organically here. So not sure where your margins are, but I imagine this could generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's many keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads yourself. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information, or we could just talk about your goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a few lines of feedback, that'll help me out in making these videos for local businesses. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your business, much luck in your business. Again, thank you for your service. Have a great day.